The goal is often to get to a rolling forecast approach, where rather than starting a budget over from scratch or starting a forecast over from scratch, we are pulling in each incremental month of actuals and updating our forecasts or assumptions based on the trends that we see developing. This is often a good way to compare what we originally budgeted with where we project we're going to end up. Now, this example is a P&L or a revenue and expense type forecast. And here we see that we have a year and we can play with when is the cutoff date for our actual data. For example, right now our cutoff date is set to June 30th. So we see automatically, just through the use of regular old Excel capabilities, if we're looking at actual data, we're going to use bc.turnover to get our actuals. But if we're not, therefore we're looking at budget, then we're going to use bc.budget turnover to retrieve our budget for that period. And we can toggle between the different budgets that exist in our Business Central environment. So let's say, for instance, I moved this forward to July 31. Well, we see July has become actual. This is refreshing immediately and pulling the actuals from July. And I see here, if everything continued exactly as it was right now, I would land at overspending on what I had budgeted. But the question is everything going to continue that way? That's our job as accounting and finance, to help project and figure out where we're truly going to end up. Well, this section here in the middle allows us to choose what budget do we want to update. So best practice is generally that there's at least one other budget ID where you store your projections, so you can compare them against each other and hold on to your versions that are important. Then down here, I'm again using regular Excel. Now in this case, I'm taking the average of the periods above if those periods are actual. So this is much more dynamic than trying to highlight just the months that I want. I let Excel figure that out for me. And here I see that I'm getting the average for these different periods, and I'm taking into account the sum only where there's budget above. So if you leave, old calculations in here, it's not going to hurt anything. Now with this, I'm going to want to make an update. Now, before I do that, because I already did this update before, I'll just roll this one more month to 8/31. That way we're going to see some change. So we see it's recalculated. My averages have recalculated. And I'm going to send my budget back to Business Central for September through December. To do that, I'm using Perform Writeback. And Velixo has sent that to Business Central. If I go ahead and refresh, I'm going to see my budget figures for September through December get updated. So they've been updated. They pulled right back from Business Central. And I can see, based on this, that my revised projection using this version is going to come in underspent. In many situations, you'd rather be underspent than overspent. So this gives me an accurate picture, as of right now, for where I expect my organization to end up. Now, of course, if anything changes, I can just make the changes, write that back, and I'll have my updated picture again. Right. So this is the real idea of rolling forecasting, and very easy to achieve leveraging Velixo's Writeback.